Hello everyone, this is Don. I am in Kingdom 410 and I have an account here that we just created. Uh, I This is the first time I've ever built a farm right off the bat and building a new kingdom. What I've been doing is going through the different strategies that other people employ to find out whether or not it was good strategy or a waste of time. So this is a farm, and right now we're going to talk about catacombs with it. All right. Now, catacombs, in order to be a farm, it needs to be on level 810 in the catacombs and have cleared level 10 in the spirit mines. Then you can produce, half million or more silver a day, and at least a million iron, usually a million and a half iron. It's That's without having to actually gather. So somebody can zero the thing over and over and over again. All you have to have is one troop in there in order to engage the spirit mines. So we're talking about the catacombs, and the reason we're talking about the catacombs, get out of this, or step out, is this is for some reason very, very confusing for people. So I'm gonna try. Matter of fact, I'm gonna slow my voice down here. So I'm going to show you the account. You see I got 2 million whole power. I got my 499 purple gear on. Oh, looky there. I've actually earned some gold stuff. Okay. So we're going to go in here, and right here it tells you when you started in this kingdom. So my date today is June 12th, and I started in this kingdom on June 6th. So this account is 6 days old. All right. New account, new kingdom, new farm. All right. So a little proof in the pudding. Got to do that for some guys, or you get the haters out there. All right. Now, you see I'm already cooking a purple piece of gear. Now, I will go out and buy a $19 piece of gear, even on my farm, just to make my life easier. But the principle stays the same. And here's the problem with buying that orange piece of gear right off the bat. You're going to spend 20,000 gold for the materials, or wait to grind them out. Now, I waited to grind them out. I'm not blowing 20,000 gold. I didn't buy 20,000 gold. All right. I bought some little stuff in there. I hadn't even bought the new, and this is a daily deal. This is a $4.99 daily deal. Right there, you see where you get 3 activates of hope stones. You're going to have to buy that at least once on your main accounts, just so that you can build hope stones. All right, you're just going to have to. You get the advanced hope scroll in the same time now for the same $4.99. Used to be tons and tons and tons of gambling, and I mean guys spent 3 to 4 months buying 99-cent deals trying to get one of these victory stones that you can now build instantly the very second you make this $4.99 deal. So just happens to be the daily deal of the day. Watch for these 99-cent deals over here, because there are 3 times 1,000. There's 3,000 golds in some of them. And while I don't recommend it on a farm, I do recommend subscription on your main. Okay, get the extra stuff. And this video is going to replace one where I had some screwed up audio about 4 or 5 months ago. And since they've upgraded everything since then, that's why we're going through some of the stuff that I've gone over in the past, because I'm actually going to be replacing some of the stuff in the past. All right. So now I'm going to look at my creation here, and you see my one orange piece of gear. Everything else I ground out. I just put that orange piece of gear on. And I mean like this morning. So now, why did I pick that piece? So you will notice in here I am picking Gallant in the blues. The second set of armor, I should have saved a pattern. Why was I not thinking of that? And there's no way for me to look at it at this point in time. That's one of the things I really, really hate about this stuff. Okay, so, and I disassembled. So when you look at the set of patterns to make the patterns, the second set of 6 is going to be the warrior spec. The first set is going to be talents, your brutal set. Second set 6. Third set is explosive. The gear matches the talent tree that you're chasing. Now, there is a theory out there to go in there and put 10 in your warrior health, warrior defense, and all 3 of these do 10 and then chase the warrior tree. And that's because you're, instead of using troop health when you don't need it, because we're worried about the catacombs, and the catacombs only on the farm, right? So we don't want these things here. But you're going to need that warrior recovery. So unless you plan on respecking later, at least chase here. And then you look here, you got more warrior health coming up, so you're going to chase another 5 there. I would say if you're going to chase that theory, then you wait until you get this warrior health fixed. And then you go back and do brutal health and brutal defense. The key here is to get the defense up. Defense is direct reduction of damage, and I'm going to demonstrate that. So the other part that screws people over is you go in your bags, and oh, looky there. You're going to find your crests over here. Okay? You got to use them. All right? Nothing happened. All it did was move it from one place to another. Infinite wasted clicks. And this will be the second video I put that in, so this is going to get fixed, I promise. So we go over to Crest. All right. Now you see I've embedded these crests. And there's one that I just sent over that's not embedded. So I'm going to go look at my equipment. And they have to color match a slot. Now I know that greens wind up on the weapon. But I'm not going to use it there. Okay. Matter of fact, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go chase the other 2 greens. I'll reclaim them. If I can figure out where they're all hiding. Okay, so. And I'm going to go over here. Okay, you see I have stacked. Matter of fact, look at that. I'm going to go chase that too. Because I'm going to demonstrate this. It takes longer to clear a level, but you'll clear the level, is what I'm about to show you. All right, so reclaim that. All right, go back to Crest. So I'm going to go over here to my defense. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to build up my defense, and then I'm going to build up my health. The white ones are health, the yellow ones are defense. Auto select, and I'm going to get another 113 on my defense. All righty. So now we're going to go back in here, go back to the mob we're going to do, and we're going to explore. Now there's some parry damage and there's some attack damage built on the gear. And you notice I'm not hitting them very hard. But looky up here at these, oh, let me slow that down. 0, 0. He's hitting me for nothing. My health is not going down. I don't have to use any of my special talents. This is the most wasted talent ever. It was helpful when you first start out, the first couple of levels, and then after that it just takes up a talent slot that you can't ever get rid of. So we'll speed that back up. Now, when I see a chest, it tends to mean I'm heading the wrong direction. For those who hadn't watched any of the other videos. But they started throwing them in there to fool you. So even on the boss here, I'm not taking any damage. Now notice this arrow over who you're attacking on the 3 boss. So I'm going to kill that side guy. I'm going to kill that side guy. I'm going to save him for last. While he hits a little harder, these are much easier to kill usually. They are usually a mob level below the level that you're on. So knock them out, because while they are lower level, they're doing about 3/4 of the damage of the boss. So you take out that damage early. So, and I don't tend to search for chests. You should be doing it on these levels in between the purple circles. The reason you should be doing that is because you can't go back to them. All right. So this one starts dropping our first. Let's go back. This one was dropping purples. So we're going 6-3. Now this one's going to start dropping oranges. Remember our gear set over here? All right. Now this is an orange 45 that I bought. They're 19 bucks. If you want a good starter kit for your, I love the fact they fix the store, guys. It actually helps me show you things in the store. So bundles, creation. You want a good starter kit. See this one right here for 9 bucks? Gives you 6 purple patterns. Okay. Now, that'll get you in there to where you can grind. Like I said, the $19 pattern that I bought, it takes, well, it took me almost 6 days to build up the materials to build it. But once I build it, it has, oh, you know what? Look at that. I can go into these things and show you the designs from here. So, your first 6 sets. Well, theirs aren't in order in here. But Enforcer's the Brutal on the high-end set. Now see, for $4.99 you could have got a full blue set to start off with. Alright. I would caution you against buying Crest packs. You're going to get random drops. You may not get any defense packs and wind up burning them all up when you finally drop a defense pack. Sorry about that. Alright. And I also caution you against buying stamina. But we're going to go back here. And we're going to do the harder levels. So this one's going to start dropping 35s. So if I only cleared this level, it would take me 10 days. 9, because actually I got VIP on. And I'm still getting 0. So I'm going to clear this level. And then I will go from blue straight to orange. I'll skip right over the purple now. But like I said, you could have gone in there and bought a $9 purple set, and it really doesn't do you that much good. People get gear in their mindset, and it's really about the stat and where you get the stat from. So, can I look at that right now? No, I can't. I am going to go show you that executioner gear and why I chose that and that piece. I got a little squirrel. Sidetrack there. Let me get through this level. This talent here hits for 10 points higher than your weapon. It does not scale with gear. It does not scale with anything. If your weapon or if your attack damage goes up 200, it hits for 210. If it goes up 500, it hits for 510. That's what makes this a worthless talent, is it doesn't scale with your creature. For those that were wondering, and the developers are wondering why I'm complaining about it, it's a non-scaling talent. So it's on the toolbar, and it's only useful on level 1. So, leave the floor. And get out of here again. Okay. My creation defense was 1460 on that one piece. That equates to a ton of crests. Well, it equates to 14 of what I have now. So I know that that's guaranteed that I can build that after a few days of grinding and things. So that's the method of my madness there, is I chase this one stat. I chase this one stat so that I can jump past the need for purples. And I can go in here and keep climbing up in there. I'm actually going to run out of stamina before I run out of guys I can kill. So I'll come back in here later during the day and I'll open up those other ones, and that way as I go through I can plunder before the resets and get as many orange patterns as I possibly can. And then that way when the reset happens tomorrow, the plunder will be reset and I will be, and we're still zeroing. Tomorrow I'll go out and grab it. So I'll wind up knocking out 2 of them, so I'll get 20 a day on those patterns right now if I clear these things, and I'll probably clear them. And I may get 30 a day, which means that I'll be in orange in 3 days. Okay. Like I said, the gear doesn't really matter. So, but since I'm chasing that stat, the 3 pieces that I want to focus on first: chest, head, boots. All right. That means that if for some reason I am busy that day and I go down, you saw where I had extra purples and blues in my bags, and let's say I build another pattern and I want to enhance one. Well, I want to avoid chest, head, and boots, and I want to enhance something that I'm not getting rid of here at the very next pattern drop. Let's see if this boss. Oh, this boss actually can hit me for a little damage. Okay, so I will actually take the boss out first because I haven't been stacking any health. So now I'm on a timer. The side mobs can't hurt me, but the big guy can, so I'll focus my attack damage on him. That'll get me through this level, and it also means that the next boss level is probably going to whip my butt a little bit. So not only do I need to plunder for a few more patterns, but I need to plunder for a lot more crests. Okay, and I'm going to keep stacking those crests up. I'm going to stack that health, I'm going to stack that defense right up to the 5s. Don't chase them unevenly. What I mean by that is don't level 1 to 5 while you got 3 more that are at 1 or 2. It takes the way that they add the crest damage in there. Just go ahead and level them evenly. Start at the beginning, go 4s, and then do the defense first. And when you start seeing where you're running out of room, it's sometimes cheaper to upgrade a health crest. But once you get through the 7s, you'll be 5s on your defense, a couple 5s on your health, and once you're 5s on those crests, you'll go right to 8-10, no problem. All right, you may not even have your gear fully built up at that point. Depends on how much you plunder during the day. Stuff like that will start mattering. All right, that was my last stamina. Anywho. And so I got to come back here and try and beat 6-5 so I can get that extra set of pattern drops during the day. Like I said, we'll go over and show you the crest thing again. I'm going to show you the art. Now, for me, and I don't know if it's my eyes, but these are color-coded sockets. So when you open up a socket, you don't see one. You may not have that socket. Or that crest, rather. All right, so I don't have any crests, so I'm not going to have any. But they're color-coded. All right, and I don't have any spares anyway. But you see how I got my stuff built up here. I stack the defense on the gear first. I stack the defense on the crest first. And as I get an extra white crest, I don't even have the slot for it right now, I don't think. So I will, there's different colors slots on the different gears. So as you get up, once you get up to the purples, your crest will standardize. You'll have enough slots. They'll be in the same spot. They'll be the same color. So it's never a bad idea to start off with the purples, just because that way you kind of don't have to learn new things as you go along. There are crest slots in the green gear. There are crest slots in the blue gear, but you should be plowing through those as fast as you can. Lots of crest drop during the blue pattern areas. Okay, so like I said, if for some reason I go out back there and I farm up more purple patterns, I'll definitely build a purple pattern because I don't have any. But I also know that I'm already farming up oranges, So I'm not going to build a purple pattern that I'm going to get rid of in 2 days. I'm going to build a shield, a weapon, or gauntlets. And I'll probably do gauntlets because the gauntlets has health on it. This is one of the places where I do get the health. The helm has health on it. All right, and lots of it. So when I go and get my orange, not fearless. Is it fearless? It is fearless. When I get my orange fearless pattern, I'll put that on there, and I'll get some 8,000 health out of the helm. All right, that would have been equal to 3 plus 2 crests. So I already know where I'm getting health there. I know I can get more health over here if I need to, and I can keep stacking the defense up on the crests. All right, know why you're doing the stat that you're doing. Now there's a little bit of defense on the boots, not much. It's a little bit less than the helm. But there's no health on the boots. All right. But there's stuff to speed up how fast you go through the mobs. Remember, we're trying to avoid damage here. That's how you get through this Catacombs, is a damage avoidance. All for the purpose of turning this into a farm so that we can come in here and say, hey, I'm going to buy me a pack of silver. All right. And once we get down there to level 8, you don't even have to clear level 8. You just got to be on level 8. So you just got to get past 710. And this daily buy right here is worth all the time and effort on the silver alone. That pack right there is the uber goal. Yes, you can get 1 million worth of iron out of here. But you can get 1 million iron out of spirit mines. All right. And the funny thing is you can actually achieve this on a level 6 account. So if you want some little place that's like a barn where you store your food and you got a kingdom rule that says don't attack anybody that doesn't have glory banners. In other words, if they're below C15, if they're C14 and below, you don't attack them. They're called no glory accounts because that means they have no stats. Everybody knows you can beat them, and all you're doing is punishing them. And or it's other people's farms, and you're going to find some C40 somewhere that you wind up hitting his farm because he had some hidden account. So typically, and that's not true of New Kingdoms, but typically C14s are exempted as what we call no glory hits. It's not that you get glory for hitting them. It's they have no stats because the stats are in the glory banners on the buildings. Watch one of the other videos on there. I did a really good video on the new interface for the coat of arms, the armory, and the airship for the patch 3.2. So check that out. It's probably just a couple videos back from this one. And then there's the one from way back before where I explain, and an article that goes with it, where I tell you what order to upgrade your buildings in so that your account is the deadliest it can be as you upgrade and add banners. It is designed for people who don't know when and where to put their banners, or even why they're putting them there. Just follow the ABCs, follow the steps in order, and everybody's going to compliment you on how good you are. All right, that's what's key there. So this is Don. This is Kingdom 410. We're redoing some of our old content and updating for some of the new content. Please subscribe. All right. I know there's a lot of new players out there. I know it's summertime starting right now when this video is being made, and so the number of players is going to go down. But you've got all summer to get to where you know how to do this for when the kids who know everything come back for school and start spending their college money on a phone game. So that's what we loan them hundreds of thousands of dollars to do, to go out and buy epic gear and send that money to China. Again, subscribe. RogersRaiders.com. Don't miss out over there. If you're a bigger player and or a R5, an alliance leader, do spend some time referencing people. Dig through these videos and find the stuff that explains to your new players how to do things, and then don't try to explain it in 144 characters. all you're going to do is sound arrogant, snotty, and belittling in 144 characters. It's literally a system designed to create conflict. The 144 character number arbitrarily came out because that's what it used to be back in the 90s, was maximum memory. Hadn't been that way since 5 years before social media was created. They literally remembered that the 144 character restriction used to cause fights at work. Why wouldn't it cause fights online? So avoid it. This the reason we built Rogers Raiders is so that we can explain things in a little more depth, a little more detail. And there's a comment section on Rogers Raiders. If you log in, you can ask me questions. I do respond. And if it's a good enough question that I can't avoid it, I will turn around and make a little video on this. Like I said, right now I am taking the time to go back and redo some of my videos. So I appreciate everything you're doing. You guys like, subscribe, visit RogersRaiders.com. You bigger players, Kill Everything's coming up this weekend. The Spine Breaker works. All right, we've got a new version of the Spine Breaker coming. I know we just released what we did there. Actually, what we did was the Spine Breaker's 4 months old. What we did is we got the math into a format that a phone can do it without having to log into the website and promise your firstborn child and your email address. You don't need any of that stuff anymore. You can actually view it. It's open. I don't ask you for your email. You don't have to be a member of the site. You don't have to pay me any money. You can go out there and just use the calculator. And then the new calculator is we are going to be applying war talents to the calculations. So there will be some adjustments. War talents are shifting the numbers 10 to 15%. There's a lot of rumor out there about how it's game changing. Well, it's game changing for the guy who bought it first. It's game changing for the guy who has overwhelming stats. It's something you just need to know if you're building them one at a time like the rest of us are doing. So, but if you're deciding it's going to be cavalry that you want to chase, because Thunder's Charge is the big rumor right now, then you're going to have to shift up the cavalry number to where it's almost equal to the distance. We've done some preliminary math. I've only done about 200 hits, and I like to be around 2,000 data hits on a method. And since we have multiple methods, we are talking about a lot of data. But I am going to put some preliminary data out a little early on and let people play with it. And maybe even throw in there the ability for you to adjust the percentages and then have the calculator redo the math for you based on what you think it needs to be. Like if you think it should be a 40-30-40 or a 40-20-40 mix, we'll let you just type 40-20-40 in there and say I'm going to be cavalry heavy 40-20-40 and have the calculator build that math up for you. As far as the individual stats, we don't even care about those anymore because the game has started giving them away. If you haven't noticed, guard cards are dropping 100 at a time. It didn't take... I'm now 5-star and 6-star on Dart on my other account, and it didn't take but a few months to get that way. The gear levels up at a standard rate. The new gems and the new talents, you're going to hit the wall of the stupid expensive costs, where it costs you $100 to open up the next level of statistics, and that's very few people who are going to spend that, and that's not what we do here. But we are going to start talking about judicious coining, just like I did today. I told you which ones in the store I would buy if I was trying to get ahead quicker. Okay, and I showed you what I do to get ahead quicker. I mean, it's, before we tried to avoid telling you, it's like, well, I just want to play for free. Okay. And you can get away with that now. You can, the only thing but to get away with that, you're going to need a farm. So you're going to be building 2 accounts if you're playing for free, and you're going to need that RSS, because if you're playing for free, you didn't buy building gear, you're going to need a lot more RSS than everybody else is going to need. And clicking the please help me button, well, everybody needs the exact same help. It's a flaw in most socialized systems, guys. You can't turn around and say, well, I need help, everybody help me, when everybody's in the same boat doing the exact same thing. What you're asking for is somebody who's got more money to spend it on you. It's not your money to be spending. It's their money. If they want to offer it, it's up to them. The minute you start begging for it, demanding it, and throwing fits and everything else, we're not talking about charity no more. We're talking about a hostile act. So you're in the same boat as everybody else. If you don't want to spend the money to reduce your costs, of your in-game time and play, because you're spending money in this store over here. Let me tell you what you're buying over here, guys. You're buying time. You can do every bit of this stuff for free. You've got to determine if $4.99 to get right now on this low account would be like 3 to 4 levels on my airship, which would take me a week and a half. Is that $5 worth a week and a half of my time? Okay. And because these costs scale, I'll show you, they scale up there. I could buy that $99 pack on my main right now, and it wouldn't even get me 1 level. So I'm not going to spend $100 and get nowhere. There are guys that, I'll just buy 5 of them. 2 remaining. Yeah, there'll be 2 more tomorrow. So somebody's read an ebook on marketing. Let's look at... Let's not do that during this video. All right, guys. RogersRaiders.com. Please subscribe. I need the subscribers. It is how we do things in this day and age out here. So I appreciate your time. Thank you.